That was an absolutely disgusting toilet. I've just been in there, actually.
That's meant for you.
Yeah, the first glimpse of Chichester, and I think that was like ancient Roman toilets. I think they're up there. How you doing, Dot? All right.
All right.
Yeah, you managing okay?
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be all right with this bungee jumping we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah. Good. That's all right then. Yeah.
I think that's jump.
You like the idea of doing a bungee jump?
Yeah.
That's fine. She's fine with doing bungee jumping. So, Jane, you got your phone? I'll phone you. Shall I? I'm going to go and look at the old walls and things. Yeah. Times. So let's see what we can find out about Chichester. Apparently this area is where the fairies used to come out and dance. A lot of writers in the past spoke about it, I believe, including Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling wrote some stories about the Sussex area, and also wrote about the landscapes here that featured all sorts of strange names, again associated with the devil, including places here like there's Devil's Dyke, which I mentioned earlier, but also the Devil's Bog, there's the Devil's Book, there's an area called the Devil's Ditch, and then there's also an area called the Devil's Humps, and even the Devil's Dumps are supposed to be in this way, and Devil's Road is along here somewhere. So no wonder it's a place that has often been associated with spooky stories and strange goings on, and of course they plonk the churches here too, just to be on the safe side, to make sure all these problematic forces are out of the way. I just like the walk though. Bishop's Palace Gardens. Oh, that looks interesting. Tiny little way in here. Let's have a look. Hi, you okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, thanks. Oh, here we go. So you keep coming in these little areas of gardens, which is quite nice actually. Good view of the cathedral there. They always put the cathedrals, of course, slap bang on the most holy spots from other times, don't they? Quite a few nice spots. I can sit and tell you a couple of other bits. There's some weird associations and superstitions with Chichester Cathedral. It's said that if a heron ever lands on the spire of Chichester Cathedral, then the bishop will die soon. And also there's some really weird stuff also about the place being haunted by Roman centurions. There's particularly there's a Chichester Inn. The Chichester Inn is supposed to be haunted by a Roman centurion, and also other areas are supposed to be haunted by these ghosts of Romans. So maybe we can spot something. Perhaps you'll see something on the camera that I don't, of a Roman centurion. Well, behind me there you can see some of Chichester Cathedral. We're really lucky here in England, really, because I mean we've got so many old cathedrals and places to visit, and they're really quite mysterious. I mean look at this there, just behind me there, that beautiful old tree. I mean I've probably been there hundreds of years. Yeah, lovely, and all these little areas are maintained. Fabulous views there behind me of the Chichester Cathedral. I'll perhaps get a chance to see that as well. And I wonder where that centurion is supposed to haunt. I wonder if I can find the actual spot where he's supposed to be. Well, around this area we've also got in Fishbourne the old Roman villa that was uncovered there, with huge mosaics, and a really fascinating place in its own right actually. And a lot of this area is supposed to be haunted by giants actually, but here an area called Bosham is supposed to be haunted in this way, and all the way right the way down to the fortifications down in Arundel. This whole area was supposed to be stalked by giants, and there's one particular story called of a guy called Beavis the Giant, and he used to wash his dogs here. Right, they used to wash his dogs here in this area, and apparently he used to travel from Southampton, where I originally come from, not far from Winchester there, on his way to Arundel. So the giants used to stalk this area and wash their dogs on the route. Who knows where those stories originated? Maybe it was something to do with larger people coming in at that time, or something like that. And he would give he'd carry a big staff. You often see these pictures of giants. The Cern giant, for example, carries a staff. The giants always seem to carry staffs, you know. Where did those legends come from? Were they something to do with other peoples, other times, giant people that were handed down from a long, long time ago? Maybe this is where the idea of the maypole came from, you know, the giant staff. Anyway, a lot of it originates from this area. We'll find other similar stories around England, in places like Wales and even in Ireland, similar sort of stories. But Chichester here is got all these stories of the giants. So, one of the things one of the sort of interesting memories I have with Chichester, apart from the ones I said about doing the spiritualist church and things here, is that when I had to do the Nardis, I had to find a temple to Sai Baba, not Sathya Sai Baba, but to Sai Baba. Book, Messages from the Universe, of course. Well, here we are in the cathedral, and they've got choir practice going on at the moment, which you can hear is quite lovely. And I'm not allowed to take pictures of the choir, so that's understood, because obviously it's people don't necessarily want to be on the camera, but you can hear it going on in the background, and we'll have a look round some of the cathedral from this side, slightly out of view of those people. Actually, this cathedral, remember, is one of the areas that's supposed to be haunted by the Roman centurions, because they would have built the cathedrals on the most sacred sites. You know, when you go to places like Bath, they were the old sites of Mithras and things like that. So it adds a kind of a bit of a spooky atmosphere, doesn't it, with that music in the background. Let's go and have another look around the cathedral as it plays. See, told you, built on the old Roman sites. They'd always build the Christian churches on the old Roman remnants. So there, back there was the old floors of the old Roman temples, I expect. Well, that was really interesting, I think. What an atmosphere that created for us there when we went through with all that live choir singing. I'm just looking for more things. Let's follow it round and see where it goes now. Well, to be honest, I didn't see any ghosts of centurions, but I certainly felt an eerie feeling when we went through there, and I think if one had time to sit and contemplate, I think you can get a glimpse of these things, I think, sometimes. You see, for me, when I come to places like this, it's perhaps a bit different for a psychic person than it is for an ordinary person, because a lot of my life I've done what's called psychometry, where you hold objects and you reveal the history of the past. And sometimes that history of the past, you know, and usually with an object you're talking about the owner of the object, but sometimes that history of the past gives you sort of flashes and glimpses, and you get a recall of the past in vivid detail, like a video unfolding. And although I can't claim that's happened today, I think if I was to come here on a quiet time and sit and contemplate and tune in, who knows what you would see. Now, we're now in another area of the cathedral that has a lot of very special significance for me. Behind me there's a sort of a green area, a square area. Now, it might seem odd to you perhaps, but I had a dream. I'm always going on about my dreams, but I had a dream of Sathya Sai Baba. And this area behind me here was all being divided up. There were fences going up, and there was all Sai Baba devotees in this holy spot. And they were kind of putting up barriers and walls and things. And I was walking along this actual corridor here, what we're in now, this one, with Sai Baba. It gives me an eerie feeling as I stand here, actually, an eerie feeling. But it was here, I walked along this path, like I'm walking now, I walked along here with Sai Baba, and I looked over the other side, right in this spot, and I said, Swami, what are they doing? Why are they dividing everything up like this? What's going on? And he said, oh, don't worry. When I come back, I'll sort it all out. Nothing to worry about. I'll sort it all out. And I think that was a prophecy, perhaps a reference, certainly something I wasn't thinking about, but a reference to the fact that there were so many divisions happening at that time, with the Mudihari, I think it's called, and lots of people sort of having different views about when Sai Baba's going to come back and everything. But for me, that was an important dream. I wrote about it in some of my books. But it was an important dream for me, because not only was it symbolic, but it seemed to suggest that Sathya Sai Baba will indeed come back in the future. And hopefully in the near future, because he said, I'll sort it all out. And it seemed to suggest to me that that would happen sooner rather than later.
The Crypt Cafe. Tea room may close within 1 hour of when you arrive.
Okay, I'm now going to have a little walk around Chichester. I'm going to head for a place called the Buttery Cafe. And this is
right towards South Street.
No, I've got to turn right towards South Street. But apparently the Buttery Cafe is supposed to be one of the haunted places here in Chichester. Legend has it that people feel that their bottoms have been pinched by some mysterious, spooky waitress. Well, let's see if we can find the Buttery Cafe, because that would be a good place to call Jane, have a cup of coffee, and see if she will meet me there. So, there it is. Looks nice too. There it is, the Buttery Cafe and tea rooms. Let's go and get a spooky cup of tea. Hiya. Can I order a coffee, please? Cappuccino. I was looking at it, they said this place is haunted. Is that true? I read it somewhere. No, you don't know. No, you won't want to work here, will you?
Probably.
Yeah, I've been told it was. I heard about it. Yeah. Okay. Yes. What's going on here? Huh? I'm trying to call Jane. This is me trying to call Jane now. From the Buttery Cafe, where it's supposed to be haunted. Isn't it? Has she got her phone off the hook? But that don't sound like a phone off the hook to me. Hello? Bloody hell, that was weird. I mean, that's not set up. That is weird. We'll try it again. Crikey.
Hello.
Hello, Jane. I just tried to call you, actually. I just tried to call you from this place called the Buttery Cafe, and I got all sorts of weird stuff happen on the phone. Really odd stuff. I just wondered where you want to meet. It's quite a nice little place. It's an old crypt that I'm in called the Buttery Cafe, getting a cup of coffee. I don't know if you want me to meet you somewhere or me to find you, or do you want to find me here? Thank you. Hello, do you want to find me here, or should I come and get you? Oh, can you hear me? Jane, you don't want to go to a crypt. It's a cafe. It's a cafe crypt.
I know, yeah, but we're not there, Craig. We're a long way away from there.
All right, I'll have a cup of coffee. I'll phone you later and see if I can find you then. All right. I tell you, that was very, very weird. That wasn't set up. Honest to God, nothing set up there. I just phoned Jane from... Here she comes. She's calling me again. Hello.
Craig?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. It's called the Buttery Cafe, it's called.
All right, we'll find it.
All right. Okay, I'll tell you about it when you get here. Something odd happened. All right. See you in a minute. Bye. No, seriously, that was seriously weird what happened there, because I didn't set that up. I mean, I don't know what would cause an effect like that. I don't know if you've got any thoughts. I've never had it happen on my phone before. We're in a crypt, and I tried to phone Jane, and all that weird stuff started to happen. So, interesting that we should actually get some strange phenomena on my little journey around, you know. Well, Jane's arrived. They're outside. Hiya.
Hi.
I had a weird experience.
Yeah, you phoned up. It sounded like aliens talking.
Oh, you heard it too?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was aliens. I heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah. I said, what's going on?
What was that all about? You know, this is the haunted place. I came here because I looked it up and I looked for those haunted places in
We can't get
Chichester.
down there because of the thing.
There's an old crypt. And when I rang
You're
you,
spooky.
It was like from another planet. I
It
thought
was
you were
really
messing
aliens.
around.
It was spooky. I heard
I've never
it.
heard that before. So where were you? Were you anywhere odd?
No, we were sitting on a bench.
There's nothing noise in the
No.
background, of course. Oh, that.
It sounded like aliens. Should have put an order in for
I
a
was
pot
going
of
on
tea.
talking about all this. It's a nice, very nice.
We can't get down.
No,
the
you can't get down the
I'm
steps
up
with
here.
a
We're
wheelchair.
up here.
But it's worth having a look because all the old vaulted
Take
stuff.
your word for it.
Yeah, because later on we went on something proper to eat.
Yeah.
One pieces of cake
That's
and
all
a
right.
proper meal.
But anyway, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah, that was good.
It's brilliant.
I thought it was one of your ancestors talking to you in the crypt.
It was really weird. It was
You
really
were
odd.
a bit
I heard
shocked,
it.
Jackie.
Yeah,
Yeah. You were
it was really weird.
I thought there was something wrong with your phone. You go,
I think I caught it all on camera. I hope I did. I'm pretty sure I caught it on camera. What's going on here? Huh? I'm trying to call Jane. This is me trying to call Jane now. From the Buttery Cafe, where it's supposed to be haunted. Isn't it?
I like the chandelier. You've got toilets there, disabled toilets there.
You've eaten already, Doc.
And she hasn't.
No, I haven't. You're telling me. Hey,
You're feeling hungry. And I'm telling you.
I'll get up. I know what to do. Come on, Jack. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're looking forward to the sword swallowing. We're going to do some special sword swallowing exercises in a
We've
minute.
got nude
Have you ever
waiters
done
bringing our burgers around in a minute.
They're going to go like this.
Yeah, sword swallowing. Yeah. But we're going to have a try ourselves.
I can't
You're
do
first.
that.
She
I'm not going
knows.
to do that.
You've never done sword swallowing before?
No.
No. How about trampoline?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I've done that.
Well, we're going to be doing new trampoline very soon.
Eternal.
Mind you, I tell you, mate, you can't do nothing. Can't do nothing with my legs.
It's a shame.
But you could do sword swallowing because that doesn't involve the legs, does it?
I crawl. I can crawl.
We're pulling your leg, Doc.
They're tormented. Am I?
We're being cruel.
Look at his ear again.
It's me again.
Look at his ear. Clip his ear, she said.
It's you are.
Clip his ear.
Ow! Oh!
No, it's nice.